What you are looking at right here is one of the last existing coal-fired power plants in the United States. It was an exquisite piece of art for its time, and it was different. But I remember that we used to be different. We used to be different when building structures like this. We used to be the masters of the world, and we built things to last. We built gigantic cities of glass and steel without relying on other countries to make the supplies for us. We crossed oceans at will, and we also conquered the skies. We still do that now, but in a more practical way rather than a reliable way, which is the perfect example for this structure, the Southwark Generating Station. In this episode, I venture inside and explore its forgotten past. Are you enjoying the content from this channel? If so, remember to click the like button and subscribe. As soon as I went inside, I heard machines running and the sound of banging metal in the background. I knew right away there were scrappers on the inside. Unfortunately, I couldn't spend much time here, but I got the best of what I could. My entry was the main turbine hall, but I immediately saw scrappers. So let's explore the boiler room first. By the time I come back, they may be gone. Coffee Mate non-dairy creamer. Hold on, what year was this made? This looks like a very, very old bottle. Doesn't say. Within these walls lies a marvelous behemoth for creating electricity. This monster was known for producing 345 megawatts to make enough electricity for 250,000 homes, with the capacity to provide 500 megawatts during peak demand hours. My location is the turbine hall, which was the heart and soul of the power station. However, the turbines have been sitting dormant for quite some time. After decades of being abandoned, I'm inside a piece of American history right now. It was built by the Philadelphia Electric Company in the mid-1940s. Back then, it was a mainstay for the city of Philadelphia. Now, not so much. Designed by French architecture Paul-Philippe Cray. For more than 30 years, he taught a design studio at the Department of Architecture at the University of Pennsylvania. He was responsible for structures like these with the Beaux Arts styling, including the Benjamin Franklin Bridge, which is right up the street, and many others. A styling that focuses on symmetry, classical-like columns and pediments, highly decorative surfaces, and statues embedded within the facade, just to name a few. Unlike today's power plants, built for more of a straightforward but cheaply made approach, the Southwark Power Station was indeed a marvel for its time, with custom-made features to set it apart from modern power plants. Despite all of this, the plant would only operate for 38 years, and in 1985, electricity in Southwark would go cold forever. Now, it falls victim to scrappers, Mother Nature, and time. Not to get off topic, but you see that smokestack in the distance? Yep, that one. That belongs to the USS United States, retired ocean liner built in 1950, and it was the fastest ocean liner to cross the Atlantic Ocean. Eventually, the ship's fittings were sold at auction, and hazardous waste, including toxic panels throughout the ship, were removed, leaving the ship completely stripped by 1994. 2 years later, it was towed to Pier 82 on the Delaware River in Philadelphia, where she remains today. Someday, I'll go back and explore it. Maybe. I can't believe like how good they got this place. Like they stripped this real good. After exploring for a bit, I came across a staircase with a few missing steps, followed by a scaffold leading to the upper floors near the roof, only to find someone living inside. This place is massive.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
So is this your first day here?
Yeah, I'm not even from here. I'm from Louisiana.
Are you?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. Did you see anyone else or the first one?
No, there were a few scrappers down there.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Huh?
You know their names?
I don't, but it was like a lady dressed in black and a guy with curly hair.
I don't think I know them. A lady dressed in blue. I'm going home today to my regular house to see my kids and my mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I live in Collinswood, New Jersey, right near Cherry Hill.
So this is your crib. It's pretty nice.
Thanks.
You don't mind if I record it, huh? No?
No, you can, but just don't show a lot of people.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can do the place, but if you get me on there, cut that part out. I don't want to scare all your viewers.
You'll be all right. Don't worry. That's pretty cool. You just live up here in a power plant, and you got your candles going and everything, and
Yeah,
wow, this is cool.
it's you know, it's better than being outside.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look for a different apartment. I just am waiting because I need to get a roommate.
I hear you.
But I'm trying to find like one on the internet that there's somebody already having an apartment that needs a roommate, so I could just move into that. So I can afford like $500 a month, just not like $1,000. You know, maybe
Every-
my birthday one.
Everything is pretty much 1,000 these days.
Yeah, right. That's why I got all this. There was a big barricade on the door for like the weather.
Yeah.
So I took that all off. See, like all these like bags,
Yeah.
like for the wind coming in and the cardboard.
Sure.
I actually had to get this switched over to a new one at
Oh, wow.
Home Depot or Walmart. They have it the cheapest at Walmart, $14 for propane tank.
Propane tank, yeah.
Yeah. Here, give me 1 second for the new trash bag. I stole this one used for the wind, and I was just gonna put it in my trash can because I was running out of new ones.
Hey, that's cool.
So until I get to the store.
Take your time.
Okay, just use that. Thank you.
Oh man, I'm meeting some interesting people in here today. So, I think the endless expanses of exploring stretch before me now. Regretfully, in a place like this. I wasn't happy to see. It would have been if it wasn't for all the vandalism and scrappers in the inside. Is it the owner's fault for not securing the place well enough? It's a cruel world we live in, and I feel like it's our responsibility to fix it, sometimes. I find that scrapping from historical places like this is a no-go in my book. But you do what you have to do to feed your family. I understand. While filming, I got dirty looks from all the scrappers on the inside. I even got asked by someone, "What are you doing here?" I replied, "I'm filming because I'm exploring." Then he says, "What you're doing is illegal." And then I asked him, "What are you doing?" And then he looked at me, and I looked at him. And that was the end of the conversation. I knew why he didn't want to say anything, because he knew what he was doing was wrong. What he was doing was illegal as well. But at times like these, people are losing their jobs, and I get it. And I feel like he was providing for his family. So you have to do what you have to do. So I wish him and the lady living upstairs the best of luck. Sometimes I think no one is out there. No one to help us, no one to hear us. If there was, don't you think they would have found them by now? Sometimes I think this world is dying, and we have to accept it. I ask myself, why do people do what they do? They risk their lives every day to scrap metals. Because the lady upstairs replied, each other is all we have left, and nobody really wants to die alone. I wonder if people living inside think there is a better world out there. Do they dream? The sun on their face? Fresh air in their lungs? The grass beneath their feet? I'm sure they heard of such things, yet they choose to live in a world without them. Instead, they choose to live in a rusted-out power plant full of toxins. They live in an underground world. Do they have a choice? Is it their fault? Who knows? They probably have no recollection of life before this. And sometimes, I think it's just them who are suffering. But it's the whole world. Could such things exist again for them? I hope so, because the future is all I fear. For all of us. With all of that said, I thought I was going inside to learn about this place's history and past. But instead, I ended up making a few new friends. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of the new year. You are more than welcome to subscribe to my channel if you did. I may be going back to film a second episode and to see how everyone is doing. Until then, keep exploring and stay safe.